Hi, everyone. I don't know how to greet you, whether you're in a morning time or you're in an afternoon time or you're in an evening time or a night time, but I do give you my best and my warm wishes. Again, depending which part of the world you're in, I would you need the warmth or you don't need the warmth, but yes, very, very good wishes to each one of you. Okay, and I'm extremely delighted. Those of you who are with us a little while back, you probably know the experience that I went through. There were the little internet challenges, and then the guests coming in, and I was trying to coordinate between Sydney and Pakistan and different places. And you're trying to make sense of the whole thing, but with a lot of gratitude as well, because I knew that we had a session on gratitude coming in. Now, what is this Bizwords all about? Most of you are already aware what Bizwords is. It is words directly from people who've driven the results, that they're performing. So we want to hear the words out. This, as we call, is fun. These are fun works webisodes. Um, and so far, we've only had business people and a lot of game changers, the movers and shakers coming in as guests from different industries, not only related to HR, as most people would like to think, but we had people from a very diverse set of backgrounds because we really wanted to understand what are they saying, what are they thinking. And one thing that we have done is that we've specifically focused on the principles of timeless leadership as opposed to something that you're doing as a quick fix for the COVID-19 era. So, whatever we do needs to have a much greater impact. When I'm speaking of impact, how can you ignore the teenagers of today? These are the people who will be impacting, and probably to some extent, even are impacting our decisions, our thoughts, and maybe the world as we would see in the future. Keeping this perspective, as I said, what we did is we reached out to a few friends and we asked, could we have teenagers? And we wanted to find out what are they thinking. And again, as opposed to thinking what are they thinking during the COVID-19 era where everything is changing and there's a lot of pressure, and suddenly you have your parents sitting at home and you have your own lifestyle and you were always so busy doing your stuff, and now you have the parents at home and they're trying to tell you, whoa, what's happening? And you're like, hang on, we never really spoke as often, and now I see you every day from breakfast to lunch to dinner, and we're there all the time. Maybe Ramadan timing and iftar and seri would be going back to the old normal. Having said this, there's a lot of impact, and it is with this inquisitiveness that we decided to launch another set of dialogue, moving away from uh, the routine, the adults, the game changers of the present and how they will influence the future. We also thought it would be best, let's find out straight from the teenagers how they feel. And we're not discussing as yet economy and economic situations and innovation, but what we felt is let's speak on something which is most critical to the world, today. I told you things can happen. So we thought what we'll do is we'll focus on things which are most critical to everybody as we speak. And what could be more critical than soft elements like gratitude, compassion, respect, humanity, emotions, courage, acceptance, diversity. These are not only buzzwords for today, that they'll have a strong impact in terms of what and how the world looks like in the very near future. So, today we have with us three friends, um, teenagers. The objective is in no way trying to tell them what is right or wrong. The purpose is specifically to understand what are they thinking. And you're going to sit with an inquisitive mind. My request from other teenagers, if you want, feel free to contribute your opinion. My request from the adults, let's hear them out. If you want, ask them questions. Let's see what they're thinking. But in no way we are looking for a right answer or a wrong answer. We're not looking for a Google definition of things. We are not trying to convince people in any other way. And why we are doing that, you'll find out in a little while. So with me today, I have, and I introduce you to them, Laila Faisal Hamidi, we have Hamza Khan, and we have Hassam Khan. Two of them are from Karachi, and one of them is from Islamabad. Now, we're not going to get into their schools and what are they doing and what their parents are doing because they have a separate identity. The idea, it's an inquisitive journey into how they think. So, guys, thank you very much for coming over. It is wonderful having you on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us here.
Okay, so that was a very um, directed reply. Okay, you could have said anything, but it's good. Let's unfold it slowly. The topic, as we all know, is gratitude. Why and how? The methodology is this: that I'll ask you a few questions. We'll hear your inputs. We could decide who wants to answer. All three of you could answer one at a time, and then we'll open the floor for questions and let's see what people have to say, and if they have any comments, any suggestions. But again, as I said, I want you to speak your heart and mind out. I do not want you to uh, formulate and cook up the right answer, because the right answer is exactly what and how you are thinking. Okay, so let me start off. Gratitude, very big, powerful word. What comes to your mind when you hear the word gratitude? Who'd like to take a stab at it first?
I'll go first.
Okay,
So I think when I hear gratitude, it's about like being grateful, like just not just to like saying thank you or something, but like having the mentality, like being grateful to everyone, like making it a conscious part of like your day and making it a habit. So like when you're grateful, I feel like you're supportive of, you can be supportive of others. It helps like others around you like feel better. So like if if I'm like doing the dishes or something and my mom comes in and she's like, thank you for doing this, like it'll motivate me to like do a better job, or I'll feel like
okay. Has
better
he
about something.
frozen or is everybody frozen? Because I couldn't hear you very clearly. The last sentence, perhaps I couldn't hear you. Could you guys hear him clearly?
Yes, I could.
Okay, ठीक है. Okay, the last sentence, if you could repeat for me, please.
I just said like if like I feel like if you motivate someone to do like, let's say, a task, they'll feel more like, they feel more like doing it. They'll feel more confident doing it. They'll feel better about themselves. So yeah.
Right. Perfect. So feel better about themselves. Okay, that's the power and the impact of gratitude. Laila or Sam,
I'll
what's
go.
your opinion? You'll go. Okay.
When I hear gratitude, I think it means that you appreciate all your blessings and you understand that you're more lucky than some people, and you understand that some people don't have the blessings that you do, and you have to be happy with what you have and enjoy your life to the fullest based on what you've been given by Allah, and you should spend life happily and always I think smiling at others is also a sign of gratitude because you appreciate their like you appreciate people being there, so I think that's a big part of it also.
Yeah, perfect. And the minute you said smile, both Hamza and Laila, you showed that smile. Yes, you're right, spot on. So it's a way of actually showing gratitude. And what you said is these are blessings that we need to be thankful for, because, and that's what your understanding of gratitude is. Great. And Laila,
I think gratitude is about being content with
could
what
you be a
you
little louder?
I think gratitude is about being content with what you have and being happy around like the people you're laughing with or smiling, and I think enjoying their company, cracking jokes with them. I think that's what gratitude is.
Cracking jokes with them.
Well, I mean, like
Interesting.
useful for your environment, your family, your friends.
Hmm. Okay. Now, what's very interesting is now these are things that probably a lot of people know. A lot of people have heard about it, और आपने भी सुना होगा, आपने भी देखी है कि भाई ये gratitude होना चाहिए, thankful होना चाहिए. ज़्यादातर खाना waste करने के टाइम पे माँ बाप ये अक्सर याद दिलाते हैं. Am I right? You have yes on that?
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yes.
Yeah,
true.
शुक्र करो कि तुम लोगों के पास है. And maybe not now, maybe when you were young. ये कहानी सुनने वाले देखो कितना संभाल, देखो यहाँ पे देखो. Some parents, by the way, would take people to people who are really needy and say that be nice to them because you need to be thankful for what you have. That's where the definition part comes in, and I'm glad that we were pretty much aligned in terms of what it means. My next question is actually something that is very difficult. I'm very inquisitive to find out, because the world is changing and there's a lot of me factor around. There's a lot of I need to succeed. It's like the winners world, losers stay out. With a lot of this desire to win and goal setting, aspirations, vision. You need a goal for yourself, and everybody's having these goal setting sessions. That is the fashion for the past couple of decades, if not right now. But it's always there. So my question to you is, why do you think? Now that's the gratitude, the why and how. Why do you think we need or don't need to demonstrate gratitude? So we know what it means. But why do you think people need to demonstrate it so that people see it? Why is the demonstration so critical? Or it's
So,
not important to show it, it's just important to know what it means.
well, gratitude, to show gratitude, I feel like is a very important thing because, like I said previously, like it helps motivate people. I feel like gratitude also helps, like, you, it helps you feel good. Like when someone says thank you to you, like you feel good about what you did and you want to do like that good thing again. So it's like a way of
Mm,
spreading goodness in the world. It's a way of spreading kindness in the world. It's a way of showing that you're thankful for what someone has like done for you,
yes.
you know.
I think that gratitude is very important because
Great. So from what I gather from you, it's a way of motivating people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it also makes you
Yeah, go
very,
ahead. I'm listening to you.
yeah,
I'll summarize Hamza later on.
it makes you positive, and also it brings much more personality traits in you, like being humble, and you realize that you realize the importance of the people that contribute in your life, and you appreciate them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how you do it. Hassam, I lost you. You were saying something and it just.
yeah, I think that gratitude is very important because it makes the people around you happy, and it also helps you to understand the value of everything you have, and you don't like. It helps you to understand that you need to work hard in order to get everything, and not like take everything for granted. And gratitude just makes you appreciate everything that you have, and it makes the other people around you they think that you appreciate their company, which makes them want to be close to you.
Okay. Now I'll come to two parts to this. Okay. Now, this is a result of the conversation, just to understand. When you say to motivate people, appreciate them, it's wonderful to receive a thank you. I understand that as well. That you felt you did something for the others, and at the same time, the motivation also happens. Uh, is the objective of being or showing gratitude? Okay, so my question is the intention behind doing or giving gratitude to people that I'm able to motivate them, or I get a thank you, or is it something which is disconnected from what happens to me?
It's about your own self, I think. I mean, you're going to be, if you're even going to give gratitude forward, you're going to be happy that, I'm appreciating that, I'm telling that I appreciate them. And the other person will also be happy in, like, receiving the gratitude. And you can always be satisfied with it. Like being happy with your job or your family, that's
Interesting.
being
Yes.
yeah, that's being grateful to Allah that He gave you this job. And it's not just for others, it's for yourself, it's for your own inner calm.
Right. But do you think people really do it? I mean, I can understand. Okay, so there's a need for it. So from what I gather from you, all three of you, is that we definitely need it. It is critical. At the same time, you see, the challenge is sometimes when people do it, and the kind of cultures and different people, you have all kinds of people. If you're too soft and if you're too nice and you start showing gratitude for everything, do people take you for a ride, or do you become a softie, as they say? What is your opinion
I
on
feel
that?
like I feel like it's I feel like people like will obviously like there will be people who won't like you. There'll be people who'll say this and that. But at the end of the day, it's about like what your intention is. And like I feel like if you give a good energy, like you're being like you're showing gratitude to others, and like you are a grateful person, that will make you a better person and make others around you like more like happy to be like with you. For like if I'm like nice to others, if I'm showing gratitude, they
Mm,
will probably levitate more towards me rather than like at the end of the
beautiful.
day, there will be people who dislike you, but like it's okay.
Yeah. So that means you could also have people who dislike you if you show gratitude. वो कहना यार ये तो हर चीज में थैंक यू कहता है इसको क्या पता.
But too
तो
much
वैसे have you heard these comments? यार ये
yeah,
क्या तुम हर चीज में थैंक
Yeah,
यू बोल देते हो, यार ये क्या चीज है कि तुम अप्रिशिएट करते हो, क्या है ये फूल ही तो है, क्या है ये पानी की बोतल ही तो है. And somebody, oh, look how beautiful the sunrise is or the sunset is. It's just the sun, it has to go away, it's time for the sun to go. So you have people like that also.
Yeah, some people are generally negative. You can't do anything to change. And maybe you can, but they need a lot of work. But sometimes when you go overboard with gratitude, obviously you're prone to being made fun of, and it can be fake sometimes as well. Many people show gratitude just to get to a new level, or it's some sort of greed they have. But the general one, I think people understand when the gratitude is genuine and they appreciate it if it is.
Mm. Nice,
Yeah,
interesting. So you're right. So basically, where we're getting to is that it is at the end of the day the intention. Yes, Hamza.
yeah, I'd like to agree with that. Like
Hamza, go ahead. You were saying
it's
something.
yeah. So
I'm there just to listen.
if you're like if you're being good to people and like people like say oh thank you bolte hai, but there's more to gratitude than just saying thank you, right? Like it's it's just being grateful. I don't have to like if I'm just grateful for like things I have, then I'll have more of like I'll get more. You know, people like that's a very simple like Islamic concept. I think that the more you give, the more like if you're grateful to Allah, He will like return.
Mm.
He'll give you
Yeah,
more.
done. Hassan, you want to add to it?
And I think that there'll always be people who make fun of you, but when you're actually genuinely showing gratitude, then there'll always be other people who appreciate that gratitude. And you'll always have people supporting you also because you can't stay negative for so long when someone's not doing
Mm.
anything to harm you and just like being
Mm.
positive all the time.
बिल्कुल.
So I think you'll have supporters also.
Yes, ये बड़ी अच्छी बात आपने की. When you said a negative, I think Laila, you highlighted, you reinforced it. That it's very interesting that you feel that people who don't show gratitude are actually negative people, which also means you see in our context generally बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. हमारे यहाँ लोगों का concept ये होता है positive का मतलब हाँ कर सकता हूँ कर सकता हूँ कर सकता हूँ. Somebody who's very gung ho about things and there is no can't in their dictionary. But what's very interesting is gratitude is also a very strong indicator, as I gather from you, which is very rightfully so, that people with gratitude generally have a much more positive outlook and a set of positive vibes that they're sending out, as opposed to people who have a negative attitude. So even if they feel that they can do everything, if they don't have gratitude, my understanding is that they're probably negative. And what I also gather is what you said is interesting, that they can be changed. Sometimes people say कि कुछ चीजें change नहीं हो सकती. लोग कहते हैं, मैं मुझे इस पे agree नहीं करता, लेकिन it's very interesting that you feel that it can be changed, and it's so important that you feel that it can be changed, because you will find a lot of people who don't show gratitude. I'm sure you have them around. Don't take their names, but do you have people around you who don't show gratitude?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And what kind of a relationship do you share with them, with people who don't show gratitude?
Well, I'm like talking about like not really people I know, but like for example, beggars who you see on the road. Like this is an
Mm,
example. So you give them like some money, and many of them they won't appreciate how much you've given them, and they'll always want more. So I think yeah, that's an
yes.
example of not showing gratitude for because at least someone's
Yeah.
giving you a little bit of money, which you can use to like yeah.
बिल्कुल सही. What was it? Some time back, there was somebody I know gave 10 rupees to, and this is about almost 2 decades back, gave 10 rupees to the beggar. So the beggar looked at it, कम से कम 100 रुपए तो देना था. So this person said, हाँ तुम्हें डॉलर नहीं दे दूं मैं, 100 रुपए देना था. Yeah, so you're right. People are not really grateful for what they receive, and I think that's where the difference comes in how they approach things. My question to you is next one. And by the way, my guess, if you have any question you like to add, you like to support what they are saying, reinforce, affirm what they have said, please feel free to chip in so that we'll know exactly what you're saying. My question to you now is this: while you know what it means, you know how the demonstration also looks. You smile, you get thank yous, you say thank you. As a matter of fact, before I get into the question, I just recalled, um, thank you is also a great indicator, and it diffuses the ego in you as an individual also. Because when you say thank you, एक तो थैंक यू मिलना, दूसरा कि मैं खुद किसी को थैंक यू कहूँ. जब मैं खुद किसी को थैंक यू कहता हूँ, मुझे भी एहसास हो जाता है कि मैं भी कोई इतना चीता नहीं हूँ, इतना जबरदस्त नहीं हूँ, that I am the man with all the solutions or the woman with all the solutions. So I am also dependent on others. So that's actually what gets the world going around. Do you see gratitude in the world today with your definition and with your understanding of the word gratitude, of being positive, of appreciating things, of saying thank you, of minimal greed, the intention, some amazing insights beyond my expectations you've added. So, what is the level of gratitude in the world existing today on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 means कि gratitude तो इनके आसपास से गुजरी ही नहीं है, and 10 is a role model of gratitude, so we find everybody is a role model of the gratitude. So what do you think? Where would you give the world a score at?
I would say I would give a score of 5 because I think around half of the people would show gratitude. They would be good, positive people, but another half would probably be bad people who wouldn't show gratitude, or maybe a little bit above 5, maybe 6.
Maybe 5, 6 people give. Okay, Hamza, what's your opinion? Where do we stand as the world today?
Uh, yeah, I'd say about a 6. Yeah, a solid 6, because I
Six.
feel like there are people and examples of gratitude, but there's definitely a lot of work to be done. Like there's a lot more, like that. A lot of people can be more grateful. I
A
can be
lot of
more
people can be
grateful.
more grateful, right?
Uh, it's there is work that can be done.
Right. Good. Laila, your
I
score
think
for the world today?
I think 5 or 4, because the world is really declining on gratitude. It's just become greed for money and for more and to be better than everyone else. I think that's what's taking over the world these days.
Hmm. And what about people around you? So are you doing? Are you showing gratitude yourself? And how are you showing gratitude for things? Now, remember, your parents are probably watching. Your friends are probably going to watch it as well. Okay, so don't fake the reply. Tell me, I mean, and I'm not asking for a score. That's too much of measurement. I don't want the measure. I just want to know: is it easy for you? I mean, the question is it easy for you to demonstrate gratitude? Because if you're living in a world where the scores are 5 and 6, so is it easy for you to demonstrate gratitude?
I think even keeping a mental note and making sure on your friends and family, like even catching up with them, I think is also a way of gratitude. But
Mm,
it's not the intent that matters, like thinking about, this person has done so much for me and you appreciate that person.
mm, very nice. Hamza, what about you? You
Yeah,
probably have all different ways of doing it.
yeah. I'd
Yes.
like to like add like I feel like there are definitely many opportunities these days to show gratitude, but at times it can be hard. You're not in a good mood, but
Mm,
at the end of the day, I do think we do have ample opportunity to show gratitude to
we
like
have ample
people
opportunity to show
around us.
gratitude.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like this COVID, how the people in Italy sang in their balconies to show
Mm,
gratitude. And in UK, they clapped for the doctors. Even here in Creek Vista, they sang the national anthem. I think that's also
yes.
showing gratitude. Even
Interesting.
great
Yeah.
teachers we have, we should always at least tell them that you appreciate them for all that they've done.
Mm. And it's interesting, when you say you appreciate teachers, and maybe out of the blue, let's say you're in a lockdown situation, you just send a message to your teacher of how much the teacher meant to you. And again, everything that you said in the beginning about the definition, the impact of gratitude, all will come to life. There's appreciation in it, there is motivation in it, there is thankfulness in it. Nice. Assam, you have some stories of the gratitude being shown in these days?
Well, I think first I wanted to say that it's usually easy, but it's not always easy to show gratitude because sometimes you're in the kind of mood where you don't want to acknowledge that someone's better than you or someone's done something to deserve your gratitude. And you don't want to acknowledge in front of others that this person has done a good deed. But I think there's many things we can be grateful of other than like people's deeds. Like we can be grateful of everything we have and all of our luxuries and our blessings and all of that. So it's not always easy,
Right.
but it should most of the time you should be able to show gratitude, I think.
Yes. Perfect. Most of the time, in fact, something very interesting you said in Sri Lanka. Actually, what happened is just like we sang the national anthem, and then you have people clapping for the health workers in Sri Lanka. What they do, the armed forces, they put up a curfew, and because people were in a curfew, they had people from the armed forces, going from location to location and singing and playing music for them. So it was like the army band playing the music. It was a sign of thanking the people कि अच्छा है तुम लोग अंदर बैठो, ठीक है. And it was a two-way gratitude. उन्होंने सोचा कितना मुश्किल है यार इन लोगों के लिए करना, और दूसरी तरफ इनके लिए था कि हम लोग आवाम के लिए ये चीज कर रहे हैं. So yes, you're right. And I think ऐसे मौकों के अंदर खास तौर से gratitude दिखाने का बड़ा अच्छा मौका पैदा हो जाता है. When we are going through um, different times, any time which is slightly different, it is great opportunity because that is actually when we connect to our emotions. Um, okay. एक क्वेश्चन आया है, ये क्वेश्चन आपको दिखा रहा हूँ. शाहीना, शी इज अ वेरी रेगुलर ऑन Bizverds. She was here a little while back as well. She can probably see how relieved I am right now after the kickstart of the previous session. But thank you, Shaina, for joining us again. अच्छा, इनका सवाल, and you could take a strike at it, if you want. It says, what I have to do, life sustaining treatment or to be on life support? अब आपका सवाल मुझे थोड़ा सा क्लियर करने की जरूरत होगी इसके अंदर. What I have to do, life sustaining treatment or to be on life support? Actually, she's probably asking कि ये क्या चीज कर सकती है जहाँ पे she's working with people who need treatment. How can she be showing gratitude in your opinion? This is just trying to my understanding. अगर नहीं है तो please माजरत. But we'll try to get connect with you later on and find
Well,
the answer.
I feel like she could definitely be like, I'm sure this, if she's working like with others who need like life support, then she can like
Yes.
be grateful to those working around her. She can be grateful for the opportunity to do good. She can be grateful uh, for the ability to do good. There's, yeah.
And I think she can also like be grateful by giving the patients hope, and by giving them confidence, and helping them get through the difficult moment, that the difficult time that they're going through. That's also another way in which she could show gratitude, by inspiring
Beautiful.
them.
There was this movie of Robin Williams where he dressed as a clown, and I'm not remembering the name, but for the patients who were ill, and he lifted up the environments of the hospital, of all of those who were sad and angry that they were about to die, and all the cancer patients that were young children. He used to be clowns for them, used to make shows for the children and make them happy, and didn't make them think about that they're about to die. And even giving I think being making an environment, having fun, making them laugh and distract them can be very positive. And जिनका ईमान होता है वो उनके लिए दुआएं करें और उनको पूरा अल्लाह ताला का होप दें कि he is there with you, he's taking care of you, he knows what's best. So I think
Wow, you guys. अच्छा, पहले तो मैं ये सवाल सब लोगों से कर रहा हूँ. Do you know the name of the movie? Because the name of the movie is also the name of the real life character. Do you know it was a real life character?
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
real
yeah,
life character.
yeah, he's a
क्या
doctor, yeah.
नाम है बंदे का? क्या नाम है बंदे का? जल्दी से जो लोग देख रहे हैं, we have 34 viewers on YouTube, we have 19 on Facebook. जल्दी से अगर मुझे बता दें कि इसके अंदर इस फिल्म का नाम क्या है जिसका इस फिल्म नाम इन्होंने लिया है. Dun, 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 dun. I'll give you 10 seconds in the interest of time. 4, 3, 2, 1. The name is Patch Adams.
Yes, Patch Adams, yeah.
Yes, and this Patch Adams is actually is a real life character. तो जिन्होंने नहीं देखी है ना, देखना. I think ये तो पूरी की पूरी. I run emotional intelligence programs around the concept of Patch Adams, and Patch is such a wonderful person. He's going around speaking about happiness these days. आजकल पता नहीं COVID-19 से पहले की बात कर रहा हूँ, but he was speaking about things like happiness and कितना जरूरी है खुश रहना. And आपने कितनी अच्छी बात की है. And I'm just getting a collection of the summary of what you said. Your recommendation, Assam, was be grateful for the opportunity. और वाकई में, and it's not only healthcare support in these days and times. हर काम को करने के लिए you need to be grateful for the opportunity you're getting to serve others. That is also gratitude. ये नहीं है कि भाई मुझे कुछ मिले, लेकिन मैं अपने आप से कुछ दे भी रहा हूँ. In a state of giving also there is a high level of gratitude. And this, by the way, I'm just trying to decode my understanding. Where I said it's an inquisitive journey, so I'm picking things up from you. If you disagree with it, correct me, please. It's all about hope. It's about giving people hope. You said giving people confidence, and I think जिन्होंने नहीं देखी, yes, Abia also says Patch Adams. Thank you for typing it out for me, so I can now put it up onto the screen. So बिल्कुल the name of the movie is Patch Adams, and I think Patch Adams is such a beautiful movie of gratitude. अच्छा उसके अंदर एक और चीज भी है जो नहीं देखी आपने देखा है कि जब उसके साथ वो चीज होती है जो उसको अच्छी नहीं लगी वो फिर भी अच्छा ही होता है लोगों के साथ हिज गर्लफ्रेंड वो शुरू में दूर रहना वो होता है ना कि टॉक टू माई हैंड and yet he was there always around. Any one of you, by the way, planning to get into medicine? Any one of you?
No.
No.
Any one, three of you? Any one of you planning to go get into medicine? No. अच्छा चल ठीक है देखिए मैं तो हाईली रेकमेंड करता हूँ जो लोग जिन्होंने फिल्म नहीं देखी एंड इफ दे आर प्लानिंग टू परस्यू देयर करियर्स इन कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू हेल्थ in different ways. I think Patch Adams is such a wonderful thing. Yes, we keep on hearing it again. Laila, Rima, Anjum says, awesome idea, Laila, definitely. And I'm so glad, just like everybody else, that it is coming from the minds of the future. My last question to you, and then we'll open up for questions. Agar nahi hai, you could appreciate them if you want for their ideas. You have your comments, and then we will move on. Goodwill Hunting is yes, where is another very interesting movie as well, and it's a good sign. उसके अंदर भी किस तरीके से being compassionate comes in. Sorry, showing gratitude comes in. No, I've already get on to the next show. And again, as I said, such fresh ideas coming from these young minds. अच्छा now तक सवाल है जो कि शायद बड़ा typical बाबाओं वाला सवाल होता है. You see, it's like we have done what we had to do with the world today. Okay, what I mean by me is, people of my age, settled mid age. So we've done what we wanted to do with the world today. This is where it stands. We want to make it ready for you guys in the future. Not in terms of digital technologies and the products and the progress in science. वो तो आप लोग और भी आगे लेके जाओगे. More in terms of जिसको कहते हैं ना इंसानियत, वो humanity, the world as beautiful as it is, the nature side of it. That is, I think, we can definitely contribute. एक तो climate है, वो उसको topic मैं अलग ही रखता हूँ. That's not really what I want to get into right now. Do you think the way the adults of today, and I'm not speaking of your parents, so don't worry. Do you think the adults of today are doing it right in the context of gratitude for the upcoming world? Do you think the adults are showing sufficient gratitude which is fit enough for tomorrow? Do you think we are good role models of gratitude that future generations could look up to and say, you know what, that was gratitude? This generation showed gratitude. And if not, what would your advice be to the adults of today? So what is your advice to the adults of
So
today in the context of gratitude?
I feel like adults today, like, they do show a certain amount of gratitude. They will like say thank you if like you open the door for them, like simple things like that. But I feel like on the larger scale, like they need to be like more, show more of gratitude, like become a role model for like their children, and like teach them gratitude by example. So like if you see like a cleaner, like he's just sweeping the floor, maybe you can take a moment out of your time to just be thankful to that person because he's doing a job, he's helping you out, he's helping people out.
Well, I
So you
think
should like teach the new generation through example. Yes, go ahead, Sam.
I think, like Laila was saying before, that I think there's no, like there is gratitude, but not enough, because many people are showing greed, and like she said, everyone wants to be the best, and that shouldn't be how it is. Like we should all be trying to help each other, and we should all promote equality more on a global scale. Yeah, there is small amounts of gratitude, like easy things like saying thank you. You can say thank you without even meaning it, but like on a larger scale, you can't like show gratitude without actually meaning it. So in the end,
Right. Interesting. Laila, your advice to the generation.
I think adults can work better on this gratitude. पर जिन लोग का ईमान होता है वो usually इस part को cover कर देते हैं कि अल्लाह से grateful होना है and all. But to those who don't, they should, I think, ask their families that are you guys happy, and play and cherish the small moments that you guys have together. Because there was this time, there was this incident when I was young. This father, the student's father was going through, I think, money problems and a lot of stress, and he shoot the entire family, like all of them, the parents. And later it was found out that it was because of stress, and they had no money. So I think you should cherish those friendships at that age, because you really need those friendships, because people have family stresses and financial stresses. So I think they should focus also on how they have a family, because so many people don't have families and they don't have a roof over their heads. So I think they should they should focus more on their family's feelings as well, and also their friendships, how they de-stress them.
Beautiful. Last question. I know I said I'll say the last one, but I just last question. So just a simple yes or no, because I think you guys have said so much. I'll probably have to watch the video again. There are so many important pieces of information that needs to be synthesized together to make more sense of it. I don't know. Maybe more towards maybe the second day of Eid, we'll have everybody together. You and the other people who are coming in the other upcoming episodes. Maybe we'll have you again. Uh, to so that we can actually synthesize, and then we'll come back to you in terms of what my understanding is and my team's understanding is, because it'll not always be me, it'll be different people from our team. My question to you: when you see people not demonstrating gratitude, as you said, you're seeing greed around, you're seeing that everybody's not doing it. Hamza, you said you want people to teach through examples. Does this at any and different points, does this demotivate you from showing gratitude yourself? Just a yes or a no. When you don't see people around you showing gratitude, does this demotivate you?
No, for me, I don't think it
No.
demotivates me because I just think of it like that these people, they're not so strong in terms of their faith, and if they're not thankful, that's not gonna stop me from being thankful, because I'm still gonna be thankful for everything I have, no matter like how other people around me are not showing gratitude, I think.
Beautiful. So you'd still go in. Hamza?
Yeah, I'd agree. It's no, like if people around me aren't grateful, well, I'll try and be more grateful, like just to like cover up. So like just I feel like if you have more positive energy than their negative energy, it kind of outweighs them. So like
Very
try and spread
nice.
positivity. Yeah,
Good. But I understand, it'll make the journey easier if you have role models and others doing it. So it would definitely make it easier. But you wouldn't change. You would still, even if the people around you are not showing as much gratitude as you would like, it would not demotivate you.
yeah,
Laila,
I think I completely agree with Hassam, and how you never know when you're being positive to other, you never know what hits them, like what makes them actually happy, and you never know who you're inspiring as well. So people being demotivated is shouldn't happen. In fact, they should be more motivated to show gratitude, because people usually need it, and even a simple thank you makes someone feel so special. And even telling someone that you appreciate them, they can always, like, that can make their day. So you never know who you're gonna hit. I think you should be
very
more positive.
nice. Great. Thank you very much. We are very happy to see that the future is at least in a good state. But as I had said, a lot of responsibility is on the people over here. And I'll summarize with that when I conclude. I see one question. We'll very quickly look at this one question so that we could then move on. It is Shahina again. What things are important about my future, as we know we are suffering from uncomfortable life? Because I never feel motivation or courage in motivational speeches or motivational stories. Let me take a stab at it if it's okay. Yeah, even China, you ask such deep questions. You saw what earlier also when you've been asking questions. You notice sometimes you really take the speakers by surprise because these are very deep questions and they require a lot of deep thinking. You guys want to add something to this? You want to share something? Because I have a little context, so it'll be a little easier for me.
You go ahead.
um
I go.
You can go ahead.
I can go ahead, Akshay. Thank you for the permission. Okay. I'm so glad that you said you never feel motivation or courage in motivation speeches or motivation stories. Neither do I, because that's somebody else's story, somebody else's life. The important thing is what are we actually doing, and that is the intention, Shahina, behind this initiative of inviting teenagers. It's just the beginning. Let's see where it ends. I don't know how many shows we'll do, how many people we'll have, what are the topics. We know the next 3 topics, but after that we will see, how it pans out. एक चीज जरूर है कि देखें वो कहते हैं ना हरकत में बरकत है, कुछ करते हैं तो है। अभी इनको जो हमने सुना, आपने ये देखा, इनका जहन बहुत अच्छा है, so they're really not as and I'm just using out of my own convenience, as corrupted as we would think, कि teenagers है, ये है, वो है, देखिए कितनी अच्छी सोच है। And by the way, ये जो आपने जितनी चीजें कही हैं, this goes on record as well. So Laila, Hassam, and Hamza, whatever you said, technically this is on record, okay? So your parents go, यार उधर तुमने ऐसे बोला था, so technically आप पे भी ज्यादा जिम्मेदारी आ गई है, but I think you yourself are great role models for things like these. And देखिए शाही ने ये जो चीजें बताई हैं इन्होंने, देखिए ये तो कर रहे हैं, and that's also what my summer's closing remarks are. ये लोग तो कर रहे हैं, इनकी समझ भी सही है, इनके जहन भी सही है, इनको करप्ट करता है आजकल का माहौल और जो चीजें चलती हैं। तो if we see that some of them are not practicing to the extent that we would like them to practice, 10 years, 15 years down the line, technically they're really not responsible. We were just not perhaps able to show it to them. If they value gratitude so much, and if we also feel it is so important, why don't we start showing gratitude from our end first? We show gratitude, it will be easier for them. ये 3 माशाल्लाह से बहुत मोटिवेटेड है, इन्होंने कहा कि भाई आप दिखाएं ना दिखाएं, हमें कुछ फर्क पड़ता ही नहीं, हम तो वो करेंगे जो सही है। It's a sign of great upbringing, a strong, confident upbringing that you think, but not everybody else is like that, as we know. There's a lot of responsibility on the adults of today to give them the support, help this generation understand the way you would like to see the future, and then help them create that future, because at the end of the day, it is their future. And this entire conversation was filled with lots of insights, lots and lots of insights. My request to everybody else is please do listen to this video again. बहुत सी काम की बात दरमियान में बोली हैं, बहुत अहम बातें बोली हैं, कहीं पे कोई जुमला बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग था, कहीं पे कोई एग्जांपल बहुत रेलेवेंट थी। As I said, I was sitting with an inquisitive mind just trying to understand. तो मैं तो खाली स्पंज की तरह एब्जॉर्ब करता हुआ चल रहा था। But thank you very much, Laila. If you want to say something, if the guests want to, if the people on the chat want to say something, yeah, how you found the show or something, you post it. I'll display it on the screen. But Laila, Hamza, Hassam, any closing remarks?
Sir,
Um,
I just wanted to say thank you for giving us this opportunity to like give our opinions in front of everyone, and it's a really special opportunity. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
yeah,
Thank you.
I just like to thank you for like the opportunity. Like this is like exposure I may have never gotten apart from this. So like it's always good to give your opinion and like talk with other people.
Very good. Thank you very much. In fact, and जहाँ पे आपने कहा ना, you would have never got. I'm pretty sure this opportunity was just round the corner. I just happened to ring the bell first. Okay, but और मजे कहते आप ही बात करते घंटी बजी, पता नहीं किसके घर पे घंटी बजी थी, लेकिन वो look at it as the opposite. I just rang the bell and you and your parents answered it first. Let's put it this way. There's still a lot of people who were thinking कि आए ना आए क्या होगा. So kudos to you. ये दूसरी घंटी मैंने अभी नहीं बजाई है वैसे ये. So kudos to you for taking it, and inshallah you will find lots of opportunities. This will be the first of inshallah many such opportunities, because this is what, as they would like to say, the new normal is going to be. Laila, your closing remarks.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I think everyone should know that you don't have to hide your emotions. You're not going to be any smaller. You're going to be greater actually when you show gratitude. And that's it.
वाह, ये जैसे मैंने लोगों को पहले भी कहा, आप जितनी दफा ये वीडियो देखेंगे इतने दफा आपको नई नई चीजें मिलेंगी। देखिए क्लोजिंग के अंदर भी हमें नई नई चीजें हमें सुनने को मिल रही हैं। सो यस, थैंक यू वेरी मच. Waqas Khan says, great stuff, guys. Beautiful minds indeed. Really enjoyed the discussion. Thank you very much. And for those of you who watched it, if you found value in this conversation, let us know. Our next topic, inshallah, will actually be, and you guys are cordially invited to that one. As viewers, for the understand, you really want to, be part of it. Our next session would inshallah be next Thursday, where we'll actually be speaking of compassion. So we will take from gratitude, we'll now go on to compassion. Uske baad third week we'll inshallah go on respect. just before the Eid, we'll probably go into humanity and we'll synthesize and maybe we'll have something to do together. The important thing is that enjoy yourself, stay safe. You guys were amazing, magical, uh, and I wish you a lots of success in the future and keep doing more of it. And you guys know each other now,
Thank
stay
you.
connected. I will,
Thank you.
however, we can. I'll be moving on from the WhatsApp group, by the way, that we have. Okay, but thank you very much, and thank you everyone for being part of it. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, ख्याल रखिएगा अपना, फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग रखिएगा और हाथ धोते रहिएगा. Stay home. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.